Sorry for the delay. I started the video, put on my gloves, and then realized I was missing my quilt box. This is a quilt box that's about the size of a deep. I also have one that's a little smaller, more or less. It's got a box, those holes, they're about an inch. I got two here, two on the other side, and that helps ventilate this hive. But the wood chips also make it so it doesn't lose any heat. Essentially, the condensation will settle on the lid, or the warm air will rise up through the wood chips, and then it'll hit the cold outer cover. And then as soon as it does that, it's going to drip down in. I just realized in another video, no, I think I did it right. Yeah. So this goes directly over the bees. There's a good amount of activity, as you can see down in this corner. So I'm going to crack it open, take a quick peek inside, not rouse them too much, because it seems like they're getting plenty of grief from the wasps today. So I'm going to crack it open, take a look around, put on this cover, or this quilt box. Oh, they're angry, all right. I can feel them thumping my suit. Good amount of bees right off the bat. Man, they propolize this so well. Look at that. Seeing lots of bees. A lot on the, there we go. A lot of them on the inner cover. I like to look at them briefly just to see if there are any mites or anything. Check the drones out. Checking on the inside. There's one wasp trying to get in, so you got to do these late fall inspections really quick. I'm just going to put this quilt box directly over. And give those bees a good thump on the ground. Now they're angry. Everybody's angry. Alright. Just put that inner cover on. Couple bees hanging around up here. See that? That's a lot of condensation right there. This quilt box is going to help with that. I'm taking the time to make sure all the top entrances are closed. I think I stepped right where I dumped my bees, right down there. Dumped my inner lid, and you can see them walking around the ground. And then I went, no, I see my footstep over there. I'm okay. So this one's a bit smaller of a hive. I think they're going to do well. It's a smaller colony going into winter. Again, I cheated and I stole a honey super off another box. So that is all honey, and I think the brood nest is contained below. And then what I did, put that quilt box on, and you can see a couple holes on the side. So the bees, when they congregate for the winter in their winter cluster, they produce a lot of hot air, and that hot air usually goes up, hits the inner or the outer cover, inner cover, and then drips back down on top of the bees. So the quilt box, what it does is it allows the warm air to rise through the wood chips, and then if it does drip down, it drops down onto the top of the wood chips. So looks like I at least have 2 hives somewhat ready for the winter. Now to move on to one of my last ones.